Hochanda this morning. I wonder where you are watching us from. Are you still in bed? If you are, how lovely. Are you at the breakfast table? Are you in your craft room? Are you on a journey, maybe on a train and watching us on the app? Why don't you let us know? We will be on Facebook Live as well, by the way. So yeah, just let us know where you're watching us from, because it's interesting. It's like a poll. Let's have a poll this morning as to where you're watching us from. Right, we've got the lovely Karen with us this morning.
Good morning, how are you?
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. I'm awake.
That's a start.
Well, yeah, because I've driven down this morning, so I've had plenty of time.
How long was your journey, Karen?
2 hours nearly.
Oh.
Yeah.
Was it a good journey?
No, the A1's up to 50 miles an hour most at ways. You
Oh.
know, they've got roadworks and...
Isn't that awful?
Yeah,
Isn't
and
that
it's
awful?
like...
Oh, bless you. Well, let's talk about what we've got in store for the show today, because we have a happy hour deal for you. We've got lots of fantastic stamps as well. Everything is less than £15, and when you see what we've got on the show, oh my word. Right, where are we going to start? With the happy hour. Oh, this is beautiful. So, you've got a gorgeous set of stamps here. It's a clear stamp set, and this is £9.99 for this hour and this hour only. You've got the fabulous Indian elephant right there. You've got the peacock as well, one of my favourites. You've got the camel, looks like a Moroccan or Egyptian camel just there. And you've got the little sentiments as well. And I love the flags with birthday on, with love. You've got the one with hearts on it as well. We've also got, just going down the side, whenever you go, go with all your heart. Wherever you go, go, not whenever you go with all your heart. Go on, off you go. Don't come back. Should have a stop set like that. Wherever you go, go with all your heart. And that one at the bottom as we go down. New journeys begin with a single step. Oh, look at that camera. It looks like he's dancing. It looks like he's doing a little side step, doesn't he? Cha-cha-cha. 848-869 your item number if you want to go for that. Only for this hour, though. The price will be going back up to just under £17 at the top of the hour, so it's a great deal. Right. Let's talk about impression obsession. We've got red rubber stamps for you, and red rubber stamps, Karen, why is that so different to the clear stamps that we sell?
Red rubber stamps were the original ones. The clear ones have been brought out since. However, they because they're done with red rubber and they're made with like an etching format,
yes,
rather than a photograph, an image. They're etched. Leslie Wharton from Chocolate Brock can tell you more. You can get finer detail on them.
And also with your red rubber stamps, there's so many different mediums you can use on here, and also they last a very, very long time.
They certainly do, and they take the heat, so if you wanted to pour melted embossing powder on them, you know, that works.
That would
as well.
Be good.
Yes.
Oh, fancy trying that. Bit of hot glue, maybe some air drying clay as well, just pressing it into that. I think it's absolutely fantastic.
Deeply embossed, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. They really are. In fact,
impression
just
in
turning that up there, you can see just how deeply they are embossed. It's a great price as well, under £15 by a penny, but every penny counts at the moment. £14.99. Beautiful butterflies there, and you'll see from the image that we've got on the card just at the top here how lovely they stamp out. And this is a gorgeous example because we've got some cut out as well. So they're decoupaged on there. £14.99 if you want to go for that one. 535671. Now, I've got a little bit of an obsession with trees.
Yes, we know that, don't we, from your photographs?
There's something about trees. Take pictures of them everywhere. There's a tree, take a picture. Jane's out with me for a walk. She's like, oh, for goodness sake. I said, I can't help it. I love trees.
It's the absolute nature. They'll grow where they want.
Yeah.
There's no uniformity of a tree. They have a basic tree shape, you know, like a cedar or a pine, but when you get close up, the way that they've grown, the way that they go against nature, you drive down the motorway and they grow where the way of the wind, so that they don't get damaged. It's like they've got. It's amazing. I understand where you come from.
They're intelligent. They are the lungs of the earth. And what I love about trees as well, most trees, they all lose their leaves in the winter, don't they? But do you know what? They know that in the springtime they're going to get all those leaves back and they're going to look bigger and better than before. And that's what trees are all about for me, the lungs of the earth. I just think they're a fabulous image as well. When you've got your stamps as well, you can add different items to them. We're going to be looking at that. I think this is going to be your first demo, isn't it?
It is. I've got, I'll do it like that, but I'll do some variations on it as well.
But look at that detail. That's your rubber stamp. But look at the detail that you get. That is incredible.
Absolutely.
That is and you know, actually, if you have a look at the grass line, it looks like there's some little ducks in there, isn't there? I don't know if that's just the way the ink has gone, but it looks like there's some little ducks or little pheasants. Whether that was intended, I don't know. But give it a go when you get it home. Love that. Absolutely love that. Right, if you do want to get hold of the tree one, 532005. Moving on, let's talk about birthday fun. When's your birthday, Karen?
December.
Oh, it's soon then.
December the 5th, same as a certain person that drew nice characters.
Oh. Oh.
And he's got great big parks all in America and
Paris. Oh, right.
That was his birthday
He's
as well.
a little bit goofy, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's only Diddy.
Yeah.
Only
and
Diddy.
he comes from somewhere called Pluto, doesn't he?
He certainly does. He certainly does. Right. We have got a beautiful birthday stamp for you here, full of, well, all the images of birthdays, cakes and hats, and happy birthday, of course, in there. These stamps are great because they actually give you the whole card, don't they?
That's what they are. They're a cover of card. I remember many, many years ago buying these at one of the shows at the NEC, and I must say I paid a lot more money for it.
Did you?
And I paid a lot more money for the mount that came with it. And all there was just, it was a 6x6 and there were stripes and dots. And we thought it were absolutely amazing, but look how far it's come on.
Yeah, and the detail that
so
you're
much
getting
you
in
can
there.
do with them.
And as Karen said, red rubber, they're already mounted as well. So it's a substantial stamp that's going to last you a long time. That's a great price. 842055 is your item number if you want to go for that one. Right, next up, we've got this beautiful mandala. But what this will do for you, it gives you that distressed look, doesn't it?
Yes, I've stamped it out about 6 times and I thought, I can't take them on, I can't make a stamp out of this. And then what I should have done in the first place is had a look at it first rather than straight in stamping.
Yes.
And it gives a distressed.
Well, you can tell, you know, when you look at that and you see just round the, you see all this detail here, then you come here and you think, well, why is that smooth? Well, it looks smooth, but let me show you a sample of what that's going to look like. I'll place it in front of there for you. Can you see that inner circle? It's distressed. There's still detail in there.
Yes.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
And that's what we mean by red rubber and the detail that it allows you to get from that stamp. You can even stamp out, I'll bring this one in to show you. You can even stamp it and it looks distressed. You don't need to do anything to it, but you've got that fabulous distressed look.
But yeah, and just put a sentiment in a circle in the middle, or a banner straight across it, and you've got a card. So
I love
it's
that.
These cover cards are great for batch making.
Yeah, great for backgrounds, batch making, pattern making. $14.99 if you want to go for your boho mandala. Right, next up, well, it is what it is. And what is it? It's a bird in a flower pot. That's what it is. Love this stamp. It's a bit of fun, isn't it? What kind of bird is it? Well, let's have a look. It could be a pigeon. It looks like a baby pigeon to me. Maybe it's just flown down and thought, where's me mummy? I'll sit in this plant pot until she comes.
Oh, the cat's walking past and it's camouflaging.
That's right, the cat might be walking past, but the cat won't get this bird. He's in the flower pot. Don't water him though, just have water at the side. It's a lovely, delightful stamp, isn't it, Karen?
You've got a wonderful mind. Yes, it is a delightful stamp. A lot of colouring, not too much colouring. You've not got to be a colourist, but you can colour that one in very, very easily. You know, watercolour it, alcohol mark it, just with your felt tips. But it's a colouring one where it's just nice to colour in. Look at that, it's absolutely beautifully coloured in.
That is gorgeous, isn't it? Yeah, it really is. And like you say, with all that colour, it doesn't look like a baby pigeon now, but I think it's a little bit too plump to be a thrush, a little bit too plump maybe to be a sparrow. So I'm still thinking maybe a pigeon, just, you know, with the hunch on his back and the round. I don't think it's a dove from above. It could be a wood pigeon. pigeon's a pigeon to me.
Actually,
when I say, because I'm from the country, when I say pigeon, I mean wood pigeon, not one of these city pigeons. Sorry. Just one of those things. We need to get cracking. We're 10 minutes into the show, so let's get cracking. Boxwood. Believe it or not, it's one of my favourite trees or tree bushes. If I turn it that way, you can see you've got that lovely foliage that you can use. Well, you can use in all kinds of different cards. I'm just going to bring some in to show you there. Oh, that was so bad, Janice. Do you want to start that again? Yes. I'm just going to bring one in to show you. There
it's still
you
early,
go.
Janice.
It is still early. But it's nice because you can disguise that boxwood either as the green leaves or this one. Well, that could be something totally different.
Yeah, just with
flowers.
the ink in, yeah. But that again is another distressed.
Yeah.
A distressed one. Don't think that you're not stamping it. It's the
distressed look.
It's how it's been made, yeah.
And that is only £12.99. 323 358 is your item number. Right, next up, did I move that stamp out the way? Sorry. Let me move that out the way. Right, next up, where's this one? God, oh, it's there. I don't know. They've all just been chatting with each other. Right, okay. Roses. Now, roses are beautiful.
There's nothing you can't say about roses.
Yeah.
Roses are roses. Yellow roses for friendship.
Yeah.
Red roses, white roses. You know, even when you do your multicoloured roses, when they dye the water, a rose is a rose. It's traditional and
They're lovely.
they are. It's a nice. It's a beautiful.
How about
beautiful
black
stamp.
roses?
I've seen them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very mysterious.
Yes, yes.
I
They're
think
very, very clever the way that they do things with the stalks and dye
And how
them,
the
aren't
colour
they?
comes
Yeah.
up. I don't know whether the actual plants enjoy that happening to them, but it is interesting what they can do.
I think they do it when they're cut anyway, don't they?
Yes, they do, Karen.
So
you're
they're
right.
already cut, so they've killed them anyway when they've cut them.
Okay. Does that mean I've been getting dead roses all my life?
Possibly, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Actually, I don't get roses.
Do you not? Do you know, my gran used to love roses. Yellow was her favourite. And she had a rose tree in the garden, and obviously when she went, I took the roses from it and they went into...
Oh,
they
how
went
lovely.
with her. Yeah.
Oh, I love roses. I used to make rose water when I was younger with the rose petals, just in water, encapsulated, and it's lovely. Rose water. Some people drink that, don't they?
Yes.
Rose tea.
What was it you were saying the other day about Elizabeth used to have rose petals on the table as mints? You said it on TV the other day.
I did. Don't believe everything I say, though.
You see, I've got a good memory for what...
You have. No,
Yeah.
I think it was Ross said Elizabeth the Virgin Queen used to have rose petals on her table when she was eating mints or something.
Well, no, as it was a neutraliser for the food.
Yeah,
It was
a neutraliser for the food. Yeah, it was interesting. I mean, do your own research.
But we do eat rose petals.
Yeah, yeah, you can
all
do.
these fancy salads have petals in, don't
Yeah,
they?
yeah, they do. Right, let's move on from the roses, the posies, and let's get to the swan and the lily pad. Now, I love this stamp. If you take a look at this, it looks like an old newspaper print because it's got that distressed vintage look to it. And I think that's very, very clever in a red rubber stamp. It really is. Let me pick that one up. So it's a good size as well, but when you look at the stamp, like Karen said, with that distressed look, don't think that you've stamped it out wrong. There are smooth parts to this, but they're not completely smooth because they still have that detail in there, don't they?
Yeah, that's the etching. They do it from an etching. They make them from an etching, and that used to be the original printing, wasn't it, with the etching?
Yeah.
And that's how they can get the detail with
you can see that detail
with the
in
red
there.
rubber.
Extra.
Beautiful.
Oh, and there's a frog. I did not see the frog. There you go. Ribbit, ribbit. £10.99, 574 783. We've got your sweet pea and butterfly, always a staple with crafters butterflies. They're just absolutely beautiful. And this is a delicate stamp. It's a beautiful stamp that you can use, make patterns, use them as a little notelet, for example. It's so pretty. And you can change that butterfly into any colour. It could be a Royal Admiral, it could be a cabbage, well, not a cabbage butterfly, cabbage white. It could be a royal blue. I don't know if that's what they're called.
There are blue ones.
There's a whole kaleidoscope of butterflies you can choose from.
Kaleidoscope, that's it.
I think there's over 2,000 different types of butterflies worldwide. I'm not sure, but there are a lot. There are a lot. That's a lovely sample as well, and that's just stamped out twice. So you could paint them different butterflies, and that could be like a little meadow scene. 967978 is your item number, only $11.99 for that one. And the final one on the counter before we head to demos, we've got this beautiful floral frame. I nearly said flame. Floral
That's because you were thinking about roses.
I was, yeah. Floral frame. It's a beautiful stamp. You can add colour to it. You can add different backgrounds. It could be a picture if you want it to be. Or you could use some of that mirror spray. Or mirror card, and it could be a little mirror, which would be lovely. £12.99, 388861 is your item number. Right, let's head to the website. This is where you can see all the items we've got for you on the show, including the happy hour. Oh, excuse me, there's a breakfast coming back up there. I think it's the brown bread. We've got Oh Good Archer for you, and we've got lots of accessories. Well worth looking at, because stocking up on your accessories or buying new accessories really does change the way you craft. Glass mat, definitely guarantee that. Recommend that. I've got one, absolutely love it. You've got your tools, your soft grip craft knife. Get my teeth in a minute. Your metal edge ruler and your soft grip. And then you've got your tools for embossing. You've got sticky stuff on there as well. All kinds of different items at great prices. So go and have a look, have a peruse, and stock up to your heart's content. Right, so we're coming back now with our lovely Karen, and we've got a demonstration. What are we going to have a look at first?
Well, we're going to have a look at this tree stamp, which is a cover of a card. But look at the detail there; it's absolutely amazing. I'm going to use a stamping platform.
Yeah.
I have forgotten my magnets.
Yeah.
And with it being a rubber stamp, you don't need the rubber. You don't need the foam
because
mat,
it's quite
because it's thick enough.
The depth, yeah.
Yeah, the depth is thick enough. If you keep your matting, you could end up with it over stamping.
Yeah.
So because I haven't got my magnets,
yeah,
I'm going to use my tape.
Okay.
It's the low tack tape. It's not going to hurt, and I'm only going to do it across the top because I know that this stamp's going to go to there, and I'm going to pop that in the corner, and I'm making sure that I'm keeping my card right in the corner, for the simple reason is I want to go back over and stamp it when I've done something with it.
Okay. And then that will cling directly to the platform.
That clings directly to the platform, clings directly. You can see I've got a dirty stamp. I can't clean my stamps.
That's all right. We're going to stamp it in the same place.
Yeah, well, that's why I stuck it in that corner.
It's just trees in the mist.
It's trees in the mist, yes. So what I thought with this one is it's got, obviously they've got a bark, but they've also got greenery.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go over it all with green.
Okay. And
with the grass as well. And I've only got small little distress inks. I've not got big ones yet.
But as you can
but you can see it covers beautifully, and I'm not worried about it.
I love this
really
part though,
covering.
because you can see the stamp coming to life.
Yes.
When you take the ink over it and all the little detail starts coming out, you just go, wow.
Yeah, yeah. And I might not get a good impression first time, but we'll all do that together. You'll see the way it works when I'm doing it in my craft room. Well, my little 6 foot by 6 foot room. So I've gone on to green, and I'm going to directionalise the brown just on top of the green. So I'm trying to get the bark rather than the leaves.
Do you know what I like about this one as well? Is that you can just make a pattern and keep going, because if you gently layer one tree and mix it in with the next when you're putting them in a long line, because when you look at a forest, all the trees seem intermixed, if you know what I mean.
Yes.
Then if you stamp it out once, you can just place it just slightly where you stamped before and keep going, and you can create a really long scene. You've got some deer stamps, some stag stamps. It's a Christmas scene.
Even die cuts.
Yeah.
Do it in stamp in the background, and then the die cuts at the end. So there we've got so much. You can see here where I've not pressed hard, but you can also see on the stamp that it's still it's still wet on the stamp there.
Yeah. You could make it summery, you could make it dark and wintry.
Yep.
You have it in black, for example.
You could
I tell you something, embossed with white embossing powder on black card. Ooh,
well, we'll
lovely.
do that next, because a lot of my samples I've also got to show this afternoon. So a lot of the samples are quite for this afternoon. So I'll do this, and I'm going to spritz it. She says, there we go, and let's see how it.
Oh,
so it's starting to curl a little bit. A bit of. I seem so organised, and then I forget where I put things.
That was nice seeing all that green come out. It's almost as if the trees were going from winter to springtime.
Yeah, it's distressing, isn't it? It's the way that the distress go with the water.
Size of an elephant. Do you remember that? The Arabian Night. Does anyone else remember the Arabian Nights?
Yeah, I remember it. Now you say it. I've not thought about it for years,
yeah,
but I do
it was
remember
a cartoon, and there was. Well, he wasn't a magician, or was he a magician? Well, he was a magician, and he used to change his form, and he just used to say "size of a mouse," and he'd become a mouse.
Oh yes.
Size of an elephant.
Yes.
And then
become an elephant.
Yeah.
So I've got that there, and I want to do a little bit of a moth stamp on it. So I'm just going to move it slightly over, so I might get a little shadow. And I'm going to do it in black, but I'm going to take it off as a second generation.
They've just been looking up Nights. The Arabian Nights. It was part of the banana splits.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, do you remember when you seen that card? Oh,
yeah. And do you remember the crushed grapes? It used to be singing. They used to open the door, and the crushed grapes were there singing la 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 la, and they used to shut the door, and he'd open the door, and they were there. Anyway, it was a crazy show. But they've just said it was 1968. I just would like to point out I was watching it on repeat, or when the series continued into the 70s.
Yes,
I wasn't even born in '68.
Well, I was. So I've got it there, and if I stamp that on there, that's going to make it black. So what I'm going to do is just take off the first layer. That's beautiful.
Actually,
oh, you could use that.
Yeah.
Hang on, I'm saving that one.
Save that. You know, if you had some rice paper as well.
Yes, you
that
could
would look
do
gorgeous.
that. Yeah.
I do like this stamp. It's one of my favourites.
It's
that and the Swan.
Absolutely gorgeous.
I like.
We're just gonna. It may not work out, this. If it doesn't, you know the one that you've got in front of you?
Yeah.
I might need that back.
That's all right.
Oh, it doesn't. It's not worked out really well, has it?
I think, but do you know, I think it has.
Do you think so?
Listen, if you put a pair of 3D glasses on, that will stand out to you.
And here's one I did earlier.
And if you don't have a pair of 3D glasses, go and get the box of chocolates, if you know what I mean. That's like a flower. Get one red and one blue. That's what we used to do as kids. Everything became 3D.
I couldn't watch 3D.
Could you not?
No, I had a lazy eye, and it went in corner. When I was tired, it used to go in corner. I could never watch 3D. Oh. And then I had it operated on and straightened when I was 40.
Yeah.
And I went to my first 3D film, and I'd like jump back 60. It's the first time I'd ever seen it.
They are amazing, aren't they?
Well, even though that's a disaster, I've got something good out of it, and this is what we do in our craft.
I think one of the first 3D films actually was Halloween in 3D. And then there was Jaws 3 in 3D. See the pattern running there? 3 in 3D. Yeah, Halloween the movie, Jaws. It was Halloween 3. It took a diversion from the story of Michael Myers, and it went to a factory where they made pumpkin masks for people to wear. And then when they watched this advert on the television, I shouldn't really say, it's really early, isn't it? But anyway, not nice things happened. Anyway, Karen, you're using the tape runner, aren't you?
I'm using a tape runner, yes. I found them the most permanent ones I've ever used. Once that's on, it's stuck. So I have already stamped and cut these out, and I will do them again. I'll stamp and colour them this afternoon.
Is it watercolour card or smooth card?
This was watercolour card that I have coloured and stamped out. I'm not going to stamp these because this is a stamp for this afternoon, so I'll get them stamped back out this afternoon. And then I'm going to use my phone tape.
Okay.
And I'm going to stick these on coming out.
Look at that. That's a nice shot. just perusing round there.
It's lovely, isn't it?
On a little journey. Either that or the camera's gone wrong, I don't know.
And this one I can pop a big piece on down there. And this stamp comes on a 3. You can get it on the what do you call it? The
website?
On the website, but it's the
brand
programmes.
shop?
No, it's not the brand shop, but it's in the 1 o'clock show. So if you go and have a look at what's on the next show.
If you have a look on the schedule at 1 o'clock.
Schedule.
Schedule or schedule?
It just depends where you live, isn't it?
Yeah. We've got foam tape. We'll bring the details up for that for you. And you get 24 rolls. It's excellent value for money. $15.99. 40 metres of foam roll.
Absolutely brilliant. Love that. And then...
There's a lot.
My idea behind this one is, this stamp's all in one, but I wanted it as a jungle scene, you know, where a greenery scene. And then he's coming out of there. Obviously, he's higher up in the trees. He's down on the floor. And a little zebra is a little bit higher. I didn't put a greeting on because you can pop what you want on.
Do you know what that is? That is the scene from your car when you're driving through those parks that you really shouldn't be driving through. Let's face it, they need to be out in the wild. But anyway, people do. For conservation reasons. Yeah, right. But that's the scene from your windows you're driving through.
And I just grounded it with a bit of the green as well. Aww. But even though it's the same stamp, it looks totally different because one looks more bushier than the other one, just depending on how the ink that you do it.
It's a bit of fun.
Yeah. Do you want to? What I'll do is I'll just wipe this over and then we'll emboss it on some black.
Do you know something?
Just to show you.
I'm just really liking the extra stamp, the kitchen towel. Looks amazing.
Yeah, yeah.
A little bit of decoupage glue on that.
Accidents happen and you make good things from them.
Do you know what? I love that. That is real mixed media. Do like that. You see the different effects that you can build and create with that particular stamp. Okay, right, the happy hour. Busy for this. Clear stamps with your happy hour. We've got some lovely images on there. Lots of fun to colour or emboss, especially that peacock. Look at that. Show your inner peacock by sending someone a card with a peacock on it. New journeys begin with a single step, and wherever you go, go with all your heart. Our floor manager today, Ben, does a mean impression of a peacock, don't you, Ben? I can't tell what he's saying. He's got his mask on, but I think he's nodding. But he has an amazing impersonation of a peacock. You're right, Karen.
I am, yeah.
Watch your head. Watch your head.
With me.
Watch your head. Shall we just hear Ben, because it is amazing. You see what I mean? It even had the echo, and I feel like we've got peacocks in the studio. That is amazing. Anyway, right. Just a bit of fun early in the morning. Right, we have got some beautiful butterflies and a red rubber stamp. Remember, these will create some gorgeous backgrounds for you, but you don't have to use the whole of the stamp. You could just use part of the stamp, add it to texture, add it to patterns, use it in mixed media, use it with different mediums as well. £14.99, 535671 is your item number. Here's a lovely example, and this has butterflies cut out, so you decoupage them up. We had this conversation the other day, decoupage or decoupage. And we were trying to figure out, decoupage is the one where you glue your rice papers on, or is it decoupage? And decoupage is where you build it up. I don't think we got an answer actually when we were asking. So if you know the answer, decoupage or decoupage. Anyway, moving on. Tree line, my favourite stamp, love that. So many different effects that you can use with that. It is the most popular stamp we've got on the show at the moment. Have this, build a whole entire forest if you want to. A forest of fun and mystery. Or it could be a spinny, a little spinny. £14.99, 532005 is your item number. A little spinny. We had a spinny across the way from where I used to go to school. I've actually moved back to the village where I did go to school. I've moved from one village where I went to school to another village where I went to school. That's my life. Village, spinny, school. Village, spinny, school. That's all. That's all it is. That's my criteria when I'm looking for somewhere else to live. Village, Spinney, school, and I'm happy. Right, okay. We have got happy birthdays for you here. If it's your birthday today, happy birthday, and I hope you have a lovely day. We've got hats and we've got cakes and we've got happy birthday. Love that. Now this is going to be great for wrapping paper because you've got lots of images on there. Stamp that out 4 times, 5 times on a piece of tissue paper. You've got your own personalised wrapping paper. £14.99, 824055 is your item number. One more for you. Red rubber is brilliant because it's deeply edged, but you can also get some fine detail from there. And that's what this does for you. When you look at the stamp, you'll see there's a slight bit there. You're thinking, oh, is that going to be flat? Is that going to be nothing? No. That's going to give you a fabulous vintage look, a distressed look, each and every time you stamp that out. So it's kind of a one-hit wonder, really. Stamp that out. Let me show you this embossed. Wow, it's amazing, isn't it? That's really nice because the whole of the circle is gorgeous. You could mask off the inner part, should I say, and just use the outer circle. That would look pretty cool as well. 493371 is your item number, £14.99. We've got some glue dots, sticky glue dots, and there's a lot of sticky glue dots there. You get 5 removable adhesive glue dots, £9.95, and there's 300 on each roll. Removable, yes, you can put them on, then you just give them a little bit of a rub and they remove quite easily, don't they? Great for present wrapping, and then you don't see all the tape on the outside. 793155 is your item number. Yeah, putting things on your fridge, yeah, because they easily come off. Didn't think about that, Karen. That's a great idea.
A lot of fridges aren't magnetic these days,
yeah,
are they not?
No.
Or, so if you pop them on there and you've got your note on, take it off and then they rub off.
Yeah, because a lot of people have their fridges inbuilt. Integrated, so yeah, they're not magnetic on the front. Right, here's some storage to store your magnetic dies that won't stick on the fridge. £16.99, 242830 is your item number. Don't keep your dies on the fridge, but you can keep your dies in here because these are your magnetic sheets. You've also got the sheets inside as well. 242830 is your item number. Oh, we've got little scissors. Oh. There you go, serrated scissors, little serrated scissors, ergonomically designed with the bendy handles. £9.99, 844-474. A lot of 4s in that. 844-474.
It's 4 candles.
4 candles. I miss the 2 Ronnies. Best comedy ever.
I don't think they're politically correct though nowadays.
Well, the 2 Ronnies weren't unpolitically correct. I don't think so. I think that the 2 Ronnies, not the 4 Ronnies as our producer is saying, the 2 Ronnies were very good at words. They used to mix their words up or wix their merds up. That's what they used to do.
Wix their merds up, yeah.
They were very, very clever.
So this one, I'm going to just, I've got some paper that I've got some backing paper that I've coloured up and with distressed oxides. It's had water on it. It's been probably in my stash a long, long time. I've anti-static the bag so that I don't get anything sticking to it. Yep. Used embossing ink, and then we're going to just emboss. And I thought we'd just emboss in black so that you can see with the Stampendous embossing powder how beautiful this is. This is really, really fine. You can find that on the website.
Okay.
But show you how fine it is and what a beautiful.
Wow, look at that. I do like it in black. It really shows the detail and gives a little bit of mystery, doesn't it?
Yeah. I'm just going to
take that background is like a lovely starry night.
So I just wanted to show that there's more than one thing that you can do with it.
With the Aurora Bora Lorelaris.
It does, yes. Yeah.
Can never put Aurora Ballora Raris.
Get that out.
I don't know why I'm going Ballora. Aurorus Ballorus. Aurora Borealis.
That's it, Aurora Borealis.
Right? The Northern Lights.
Or just AB.
Or the Southern Lights. There are the Southern Lights, you know. I've seen the Southern Lights. I saw the first manifestation of the Northern Lights as well, but we didn't quite get there.
My niece has seen the ones in ice, you know, been twice run for it. I've never gone to that. I don't do cold. Look how that's coming up.
Isn't that lovely?
Still never get bored with this, do you? Never get bored with the embossing technique. And the more that your heat gun goes on, the quicker it works out. It's still early, Janice. I can't get my words out.
I'm just looking at the imagery on that stamp, and I'm thinking that just the top part of the trees, you could use that, and that could actually be a meadow. Just the top part of the trees, and that would, yeah, that would be like a meadow. You could add little flowers to it.
Yeah.
Or you could use it to do a frame around an image. That's why I love this stamp, 'cause there's so much to it.
There is so much to it that that's still quite nice.
Yeah, because that's like a bit of a grungy.
Yep. So if you did that, masked it off, and then turned it round, you could have like a ladder.
Hey, yeah.
Sort of a ladder.
Oh, Karen, I do like that. Or like a country fence, like a picket fence
with the things coming out.
Oh,
so
I'm
even
liking
do
this
it like
stamp.
that, but then just ink the bottom up and put the bottom there, and there's a
Now,
fence in
nearly
front of it.
40% of the tree line has
That's
gone.
absolutely gorgeous. I'll
That is
leave
a
that
beautiful
there,
sample.
and let's get on with my next demo, yeah? But
Yeah.
I wanted people to see that because I think it's absolutely stunning. It's one of those that you can put men's cards, ladies' cards, even into your scrapbooking. You could do that.
That is beautiful.
You know, like for your photographs, you think scrapbook doing a 12x12 and going all the way around with a picture of your trees in the middle.
That'd be amazing.
Wouldn't it?
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
Do you get what I said there? That would be amazing. Yeah.
Be amazing.
Just realised that.
Would
Just realised
be.
that. Sorry.
So we're going to do the birthday stamp again. Another full card one, wherever she's put it. I am so organised. I'm unorganised. Did you know that?
What is that? Is it disorganised, organised?
Yeah.
I'm organised chaos.
Organised chaos.
Yes,
Always.
always.
Always. I'm always organised chaos. Story of my life, that organised chaos. There we go. That's that. Pop that in there.
Were you good at homework, Karen?
Yes.
Were you?
Yes. Schoolwork was the thing that I loved most. I loved school.
Because you're very good with numbers. You're very good with...
I loved learning.
Yeah.
I loved learning at school. Yeah, I was always they always used to call me a SWAT.
Oh,
Right, so
well, it's paid off.
Oh, not really. Oh, playing all day.
I was terrible at homework.
I was good at homework.
I used to do it on the bus on the way into school.
Did you?
My summer project that should have took me 6 weeks, I did on the bus on the morning on the way in. And do you know what? I got commended for it because I was supposed to write a whole essay throughout the summer months, like a 6-page essay. It's like, yeah, right, so if I've got time to do that. So I quickly did it on the bus on the way in. And I got 4 marks and an accommodation.
Recommendation.
Recommendation, accommodation. Anyway, I got one of them. And they said I'd written a prose. And that was the new thing for that term, writing prose. I didn't even know what I still don't know what a prose is. But apparently...
They change names of everything now, don't they? We used to do colon, semicolon and everything.
You used to do colons?
No, but you know, they're exclamation marks.
Wow, that was good homework.
Here we go.
I bet that was good taking that to school on the school
But they used to call them colons, semicolons and that. But they change names of them, don't they?
Yeah.
Jacob used to come home and say, blah, 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 and I said, I'm sorry, I don't know what you mean.
So
and then he writes it down. I said, oh, that's a
semicolon.
A semicolon.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've got 3 different coloured inks, and I'm hoping that I've cleaned my stamp properly, and I'm going across one with one. I'm going across with another one. Do you know, I put my foot into my mouth continuously and I always say the wrong thing.
Well, you should join the circus then if you can do that. People will pay money for that.
It's only meant in, you know, what's that one now? I've got lost now. That's yellow, that's orange.
We've had a lovely email in from Karen. Oh, Carolyn. Carolyn has emailed this morning. Good morning, Carolyn. I hope you're well. Carolyn said, who needs the 2 Ronnies when they've got me and you? Do you know what? I need my glasses. I wonder if I've got my glasses, and then we really would be the 2 Ronnies, wouldn't we? Let me have a rummage round in my bag. Well, I've got my pink glasses, not black. But there you go. Who said that?
Look at that for a stamp there, and that's just done with this kind of ink. What kind of ink is it? Distress ink. I would like to say thank you to the ladies, the Miracles.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, we got this thrown at us on Thursday. They received them all on Thursday, and they got them all out in post for Saturday.
Oh.
And I've got them all today. They've done some
Talking
beautiful
of the
samples.
Miracles, we've had Cheryl email in.
Oh,
Thanks,
bless
Cheryl.
you.
Good morning. Hope you're well. Great prices on the stamps, and they are superb. They really, really are. And Cheryl says, I'm glad you're awake, Karen.
Only just.
Only just, Cheryl.
Only just, Cheryl.
Oh, apparently I'm lovely too. Oh, thanks, Cheryl.
Yeah, she's all right, isn't she, Cheryl? In small doses.
I'll tell you someone else that's all right. So, Catherine, she's coming up next, 8 o'clock. Is she in?
She's
in.
been
There
laughing
she
at
is.
me.
Bright and up. Catherine always looks great in the morning.
She
You
wakes
notice
up and
that?
goes...
I'm
She's just
sure,
beautiful all the time.
I'm sure Catherine just goes into a vacuum cocoon at night and then just it opens because she walks in so lovely and made up and ready to go, so fresh. I walk in with a coffee in my hand, there's a croissant hanging out in my back pocket. That's the difference.
I FaceTime Dolly yesterday. We were talking on FaceTime. She went, my OMG, my goodness.
Yeah.
She says, have you seen your hair? I said, yeah, I've just got up. Yeah.
Oh dear.
So I've done it in black.
Oh, look
if
at
it doesn't
that.
stamp properly, you just go back over it. Don't be afraid. You can see I've still missed it just there.
Oh, I like that.
So
Do
if
you know what I
go
like about
back-
that as well? You can use it as a background, wrapping paper, building patterns. But you could actually fussy cut around the images on there, and then you've got lots of little birthday cakes. You could fussy cut around the hats and happy birthday.
Yes,
and it
certainly.
does look classy in black and white.
It does. It looks absolutely beautiful in black and white. So to put the card together, what I've actually done is I've done one in colour and cut it down to size.
Oh, see the difference?
This one I've done on watercolour and spritzed it. This one wasn't spritzed so much. So that's done on watercolour card, and that's done just on plain white. And then the black one I've cut down, made a mat for it, and we'll
Oh, I
get
like the
that
mat
popped
there.
together. And again, organised chaos, Karen. I'll be
And-
better at 1 o'clock, honestly, I will. I'll be awake.
Very nearly said something about 4 candles, how you've got 4 something there, then I stopped 'cause I thought that might sound wrong.
There's 6 candles in there.
No, I was talking about the cards. I'll leave that to your imagination. Don't say it, Karen. Don't say it.
You're going to have to tell me afterwards because my brain's not
Oh.
working. My brain's not working. Just a nice quick card. I've used 3 inks. There's no talent or anything to this. Just popping it all together. And I can't even get it straight. With the tape, you can lift it up just for a few minutes. Once it's set, you'll not be able to lift it up because it'll be permanent. This is going to be raised.
I like the idea of mixing it up with the black and white and then on the colour one as well.
Yes, and then, because you've made the exact same stamp, as long as you've done the square exactly in the middle, you can then hover over and have it so that it's exactly over there.
Oh, that is fabulous.
And then just to bring it all together
That's a
with
great
the black,
idea.
so quick, a nice little border. You can have a greeting on there, do what you wish.
I like it because the black and white does stand out. It's very sharp against that washed out background. I mean, you could have it either way, but
It doesn't
that.
have to be a square. I've done a die cut there and cut that one with...
oh, I like that idea. That's very, very clever.
So it's just the idea of doing 2 and then layering one on top, but the black part brings it straight to the forefront. So it's not just a background.
Yeah.
And don't forget then, like you say, go into here. These can be so fussy cut.
And then you've got all of those elements just from one stamp.
Yep, and the happy birthdays.
Yeah. It's a great idea. Great idea.
And go around it. And then fussy cut them.
And you're using those small serrated scissors.
Oh yeah, I love my serrated scissors.
We've got those available for you if you want them.
Absolutely love these.
Why do you like them?
I get a clean cut with them every time. As long as you keep that Oakwood or the nameplate there,
yep,
it'll put the serration to the outside. And I think a serrated edge also doesn't blunt, and it doesn't catch on with the sticky. You know, when you're using sticky, it doesn't catch sticky as much like a flat pair of scissors. Yeah. I know I'm only quickly
apparently it minimalises deposit build-up, minimalises the sticky build-up stuff.
Cool. And they don't go blunt. They don't go blunt. So here we're just cutting that out, and then on the bottom we could put that, just there, where the bit's
oh, that's
sticky.
a good idea.
And that bit, you can say it's been cut from the other bits. 2 stamps, bit of black and white card, 3 inks, and you got
love that
beautiful card.
Do you know what you could do? You could cut out a slice of that cake. I wonder.
I bet you could.
I bet you could. See all these different things that you can do with that stamp because of all the images that you've got on there. Go on.
Or don't cut out the stamp. Don't cut it out. Put a little bit over your stamp. If you pop a little mask over your stamp, and then draw in the lines, the layers.
Yes.
Yeah.
That would be fantastic.
Just a little bit of sticky tape over there as you're inking it up. Yeah. Then take the sticky tape off. Yep. I'll show you exactly what I mean there, shall I?
Okay.
Quickly. Sticky tape. So I've got this tape here. I'm going to pop a little bit on this cake here. And then we ink it. Can everybody see what I'm doing? Yeah. We ink it like that. Then you take the tape off. Press it down. Ink it. There, like that. Make sure that you... Where did I do it? It was that one. Make sure that you press that one in. Yep. And then you get your pencil, your pen, and you do... like little lines across. Or better,
oh, so it's been cut in.
So it's been cut in.
Oh, look at that. It's like a miracle. An optical
better than
illusion.
That, a lot more. Yeah.
Oh, now you really can have your cake and eat it too.
You certainly can.
You certainly can.
You get dirty fingers, just do it with, make sure you don't do it with your fingers.
Oh, well done, Karen. I need to tell you about these 2 stamps that I have in my hand. I have the rose bouquet and the frame here. We'll put the details up for the rose first of all. Busy for this one, $12.99. 436349 is your item number for that one. That's your rose bouquet. And that one is your floral frame. And we'll put the details up for that. That's also proven to be very, very busy. 388861 is your item number, $12.99. Now, did you know that if you're a Freedom member, you can save on your P&P? It's only £5.97 a month. And here's our lovely Leonie tell you some more.
Have you heard of Hochanda Freedom? Did you know that as a Hochanda Freedom member, you could be making savings on every order you place? For just £5.97 a month, you will benefit from selected Freedom member discounts and complimentary standard delivery on every order you place. You will also receive our exclusive Hochanda Freedom members badge, regular newsletters, giveaways and crafty updates. If you shop with Hochanda more than twice a month, then Freedom is for you. Don't forget, your Freedom membership is flexible, so you can pause it if you're going away, or you can cancel it at any time. So what are you waiting for? Give us a call or head to the website, quoting item number 88888, and join Hochanda Freedom today.
Oh, Leonie looked lovely, didn't she? She always looks lovely. She always looks lovely. Now, how long have we got left on the show? About 7 minutes. 7 minutes left on the show, everyone, with the lovely Karen. We're going to have a look at the rose bouquet stamp next. This is something that our Karen is going to demonstrate. Only $12.99, and it really does give you a lovely impression that you might get obsessed with. Like what I did there. Whatever colour your roses are, and how you don't have to use them in a bouquet. You could use them as the top of a rose bush, for example, use embossing powder on there, different colours. What's your favourite rose colour? And so many different occasions that you can use roses for. Only £12.99, 436349. 5 minutes left of the show, Karen.
5 minutes left. So I'm not going to do the stenciling. I bought a stencil, and what I've done with the stencil is it's an iCraft one. I've just stenciled and stenciled round, so that gives me my background.
Okay.
I've needed a mat, so I've got red. I needed a red mat for the card, so I've gone to a die cutting machine with the centre, and then that's going to go on there as such. Quickly just pop that on the tape, and I want to show you how beautiful this card really prints out. Why? Oh, look at that!
But you got a little bit of time to manoeuvre it with that tape, which is good.
Apart from when you just whack it off straight quick, like I just did, yeah. Today I don't make a mess, is that?
It is early, Karen.
They're in today that I don't make a mess.
If you're ever going to do that, first thing in the morning's the best time.
Oh, I have to laugh at myself. I don't know. This is my whole life's like this. I don't know how many times I walk up and downstairs, you know, for things.
Oh, I'm the same.
Oh, yeah. So I'm going to stamp this image. I want to show you how it's stamped. And you can tell I've not cleaned the stamp. I'm doing it with an archival ink, so a very, it's not a really quick drying ink.
Yeah.
And I've got one already cut. And just, again, deeply etched. It's rubber, it's already got the cushioning on. You can put it straight onto a block or pop it straight into your
Oh, look at that.
and you can see how beautiful that stamps out. Now that's not going to take a little bit to dry because it's an archival and they're not an immediate drying one.
Yeah.
You only get your stays on one, but it's acid-free, permanent waterproof. You can use your alcohol markers with it. Here's one I cut out earlier, stamped earlier, and I want to show you that the red dot that I'm going to use for the centre goes there, and then this one, just show you how, can you see it? It's not big enough.
Yeah.
It's going to cut it off. So to get it to work, I've popped it on and I'm just going to draw around my die.
Okay.
I'll make most of the circle. Don't forget that's the outer size of the die. You're not going to see that.
Okay.
I'm going to get my scissors and I'm going to cut into, turn it round, cut into the shape,
Okay.
the stamp. I'm only just by so much. And this bit's going to get cut off.
So are you going to use the die through a die cutting machine, or did you use the die to give you the shape?
Nope, I would have put it through a die cutting machine, but I've not brought it. I've not brought me. Well, I've not got it out at box, out at bag yet, and I'm not here to die cut. I'm here to stamp. So it's
Okay.
just
Well, I think I've just been told.
I'm so sorry. Did it come across like that?
No, not at all, Karen. You know I love you. We're having a bit of a giggle. We're having a giggle.
I don't want to spend my time die cutting when I want to show all
Listen,
these
Karen,
beautiful
someone needs to put me in my
stamps.
place. I tell you.
I'm going home after this.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare.
I'm going home.
I've been looking forward to this all week. You know I have.
They
I've
all
been
look forward to it so they can take mick out of me.
So we can take what?
Mick.
I don't take the mickey out of you. I love working with you. Do you know why? Because you make me smile.
That's good. That's what I
Yes.
love to smile, yeah. I love to smile. So I put the die back on there.
Yep.
And you see this bit that I've cut out, it's gone over the top. So when it goes through the die cutting machine,
Yeah.
it's not going to cut that off.
Got you.
And you are going to end up
That is genius.
with that.
What
and
a
you can
great-
do that with any die, as
Yeah.
long as you know where it's going.
Of course,
and
because if the die's not on the paper,
it's not going to cut it.
Karen, that
It's only the
is a
precious.
fabulous technique.
Thank you. At
we've
least
got-
I've done something right this morning. Woo-hoo.
Oh, you do. So. What time are you on again today?
I'm on at 1.
Are you on at 1 o'clock? Oh, I hope
Yes.
it's with me.
I hope
really do.
so.
Unless you complain to management, of course, and you're more than welcome to do
Well,
that.
you can do that as well if you want.
Never, never. Karen, thank you so much.
Thank you
We'll
so
see you
much.
later on at 1 o'clock. Please do check out your baskets and check out this marvellous range. Don't forget your happy hour. The price for that is going back up at the top of the hour. Get that into your baskets and check on out. Stay where you are, though. Go and grab yourself a cup of tea or a cup of coffee or a croissant with jam in it, because we've got the lovely Catherine coming up next. Yes, Catherine's here with Zuri Designs One Day Special and Stamps Away Happy Hour after that at 9 o'clock. And then Be Crafty. All the girls are coming in today. There's going to be trouble.
Hi, I'm Ali from Ali Stitch Your Fingers. I've been sewing most of my life. I absolutely love sewing. I've been with the Hochanda now from the very beginning, really. That's when I started to go there. The Hochanda family are lovely people to work with, and I'm really enjoying my time with them. Designing is a big part of the journey for me as well. I love going out and finding the fabrics to use in the projects and bringing them to you. I love the designing process from start to finish, and then the finished project is just the icing on the cake. So make sure you don't miss out. Come and sew with me on Hochanda.
Have you heard of Hochanda Freedom? Did you know that as a Hochanda Freedom member, you could be making savings on every order you place? For just £5.97 a month, you will benefit from selected Freedom member discounts and complimentary standard delivery on every order you place. You will also receive our exclusive Hochanda Freedom members badge, regular newsletters, giveaways and crafty updates. If you shop with Hochanda more than twice a month, then Freedom is for you. Don't forget, your Freedom membership is flexible, so you can pause it if you're going away, or you can cancel it at any time. So what are you waiting for? Give us a call or head to the website, quoting item number 88888, and join Hochanda Freedom today.
Hello, my name's Kay from Indigo Blue, and we've been established for 7 years, and together with my husband Alfie we design and manufacture our own in-house red rubber stamps. We also have our own range of paints, lushes and stencils. We're so proud that we've now got a reputation for such high quality products and the detail that we can manage to get in our stamps. What I really love about Hochanda is I get to demonstrate lots of different techniques for you to understand how to use our products and hopefully inspire you. I've got loads of fantastic ideas buzzing around in my head, so I can't wait to get those filtered into our products and out to you at home. So grab a cup of tea, join me and the team from Indigo Blue on Hochanda.
Hi, I'm Joe from the Mill Shop Online. Welcome to the Mill Shop Online. As you can see, we're a lot of fabric here. We're very passionate about our fabrics. We're one of the largest online sellers in the UK of fabrics for upholstery, soft furnishings, and now the lovely craft market. Whether you're starting out with fabric or an experienced sewer, we love to bring projects that every ability can really have a go at. So don't miss the Mill Shop Online shows on Hochanda.
Hi, I'm John Lockwood from John Next Door and Crafts Too. I've been with Hochanda since the very beginning, and I've been crafting a lot longer than that. My crafting journey's taken me through all different types of crafting, from stamping and die cutting to colouring and inking, and loads of different things. I designed the brand myself to make sure that every product that comes out to you is the best quality, has an individual design, and also is versatile. I like everything to match, so if you've got a product from the very beginning of the John Next Door brand, it will match with something that you buy right up to the minute. Everything working together, which makes things more versatile and easier for everyone. I really hope you can join me on Hochanda and continue your crafting journey with me, and we can see all the new ideas, tips and techniques that we can do together. So don't miss the John Next Door and Crafts 2 shows on Hochanda.
Good morning, everyone. As promised, lovely Catherine is here, looking lovely as well. We're waiting for her name tag to come up. I don't know why before we show you her. There she is. Because you've got to have a name tag to prove that you're Catherine Sturrock.
Yes.
Because you have changed, haven't you?
I've
recently.
changed?
Yeah, because you've had your hair cut and everything. No, you're not going through the change. I mean, you've changed. You've had your hair cut. So we have to have a name tag to prove it's
I had
you.
my hair cut a long time. It's growing again now.
Is it? Was it shorter than that?
Oh, yes.
Was
It was
it?
a pixie cut when I first had it cut.
Oh, yes, of course I noticed that.
Have a look back on Facebook, you'll see.
Yeah. It's great to have you company this morning. I nearly called you Alex then, Catherine.
It's all right. Do you know what I called Adam?
Go on.
Angela. I don't know where it came from. I've been working with Bobbin Patch, and I think I was just thinking of Angela. I was worried that she didn't get home safely, but she did.
Did she? Good. I'm glad Angela got home safely. See how this is going to go. Let's talk about the one-day special, but can we talk about Zuri as well?
We can.
2/3 of the stock of the one-day special is gone. We've got some beautiful moulds for you at a fantastic price, saving £10. That's what a one-day special is all about. Saving money for a duration of 24 hours. How long we'll have the stock for, we're not sure, because last night was exceptionally busy. Why do people love Zuri?
Because of the quality. And because of the design, as you can see. I have never seen such detailed moulds. These are actually texture plates that you're looking at right now, which are a little bit different to the moulds. We'll sort of speak about it more at demonstration, but they're absolutely beautiful. Can I just say something else as well, Janice? Because I woke up really early again this morning. You know what it's like when you're on these early shifts. You wake up extra early, don't you? So I was looking at messages on social media and answering a few things, and there was a lot of people who said, oh, I thought such and such a mould was going to be on this time, and when's such and such a mould coming? Because Zuri do put sort of previews out of what's coming ahead. Can I just assure everybody that whatever you've seen on the Zuri sites are coming here to Hochanda. So what I'm going to say to you is what's coming in November, and I know a lot of people are going to be very excited, work perfectly with the texture mats that we've got on today. So if you go for these, you will definitely be using these again next month when you go for the new moulds.
And just to apologise to anyone that received a message from Catherine at about 3 o'clock this morning, we're sorry about that. We'll have a word with her. Notifications all around the country, 3 o'clock. Oh, it's Catherine. Right, I had one this morning about 4 o'clock, I think.
You did?
I did. It was lovely. I just gave you the thumbs up.
You did?
Yeah, I did. Right, so your one-day special. You have the doodle medley, you've got the lancet windows and the Moroccan motif as well. With your texture plates, should I say. You could add these to cards, you could add them to furniture as well.
You can, yeah.
Depending on the clay that you're using, when they come out of the moulds, you can mould them round.
You can, and also with the resins we've got on today's show, you can also shape that as well. Hoping to go through the high build again at some point. Might be this show, it might be the next one, we'll see. But we've got the clear resin as well. All can be shaped. If you've never seen me do that before and you're thinking resin, shape round jars and things, well, yes, it's very easy actually.
Yeah.
But something else, Janice, as well, that I don't know if you've spotted about those texture plates. If you want bigger areas, look at the pattern. You can see it repeats. It might make a little bit more sense. I don't know what we've got left of the individuals coming up, but
if we're looking at this one, you've got the tool there, and then yes, it's like on a repeat.
Probably the Moroccan one at the side. It might be an easier one to see on the camera. So if you look on the edge where you've got half a diamond.
Yep.
When you follow it across at the other side, you've got the other half. So if you put those sheets together...
Like wallpaper.
Yes, you're going to match up your pattern.
Got you, like wallpaper lining up. So that would be marvellous, especially if you've got a larger area to fill, like on a side piece of furniture or a door. I think if you've got doors, like, you know, the country-style doors that you have the frame around, and then you've got the inner part, something like that would look absolutely incredible. We are approaching 70% of the stock gone. I told you we had a very, very busy show, and we were were busy throughout the night when Catherine was messaging you guys. We weren't live, but we were busy. People were buying throughout the night. Right, we're moving on because we've got some more moulds for you as well. Now, silicone, Catherine, you can use these with different forms of media. You can also use them. Are they food safe?
They are food safe. So you imagine fondant.
Yeah.
This one is beautiful. It's the damask design, isn't it? So you imagine rolling some fondant over there and then picking up the detail with those edible lustres. You know, you can get edible sort of, they're like mica powders, but you eat them. They're not the version we use for crafting. Yeah. You can get all sorts of sprays and metallic paints for fondants and things as well. So if you would use the mat and then use maybe a round cut of the same size as a cupcake, imagine that on the top of a cupcake. How lovely would that look?
I was thinking like melted toffee.
Toffee, chocolate, boiled sugar.
That's it, boiled sugar, yes, to do like a decorative round ice cream or something.
Do you know, dare I say this? I don't know, I hope I don't get into trouble.
Go on,
because it's not guaranteed.
Go on, I'll egg you on. Go on, Catherine.
We keep talking about the chocolate and the boiled sweets and things like that, don't we? I have actually asked the buyers if we can do a dedicated edible show for Zuri.
Oh, yes.
So the techniques will be, of course, achievable with the clays and resins as well. But for anybody who wants to use chocolate and different things, we'd like to do that. I can't guarantee it's going to happen. I have asked. I shall let you know if I hear anything
Can I Bagsy that show?
You can,
and can we do it like the Galloping Gourmet, where they used to cook and then bring somebody down from the audience and they used to eat with him? Do you remember that show?
Yes, yes, I do.
Oh, I love that show. Anyway, let's talk about this mould for you. It's damask. It's limited stock, everyone. Limited stock. Let me just pick that up because not just portrait, you can also have that pattern landscape as well. $15.99, $5.99, $8.23. I just want to show you what that looks like when we've got that moulded out. Look at the detail in that. It's incredible, isn't it?
Now, this is two different materials that you've got there, Janice. If you just show that one there, because you will see a slight difference with the way the detail's picked up. That one that you're holding, the triangular one, is actually done with the modelling paste. That's the Pentart-like modelling paste. So you're very flexible. The one you've got in your hand is the hearty air-dry clay that I've applied onto a piece of MDF.
Look at that. Nice coaster.
Yeah, we're going to do something with that later. We're going to put a paint effect on it. But you can see the detail picks up beautifully, regardless of the material. But if you look at the Pentart one again and compare the two, it looks even finer.
Yes, it does. Yeah, you're right. You know, on the air drying clay that you've put on MDF, could you put some resin on that and then that will turn it into a really cool coaster?
Yes, you could.
That would look good.
We may be doing that throughout today. Have you got the show with me today? Have I got 12 o'clock?
Unless you complain about me, I might have.
I shan't do that.
Oh, it's Adam. No, it's Adam.
I'm sure you've got another one with me today. 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock.
Right,
I've got 4 o'clock.
I'll save that for 4 o'clock then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Brilliant. Right. 599-823 is your item number if you want to go for that one. Right. Next up, we've got the wings in the wind. I mean, these are beautiful and the detail is absolutely superb. And there are so many different areas you can use these on jam jars. You can put these again when you're upcycling your furniture, on cards. The detail is absolutely exquisite. And you've got the butterfly there and you've also got the dragonfly as well. Very mythical and mystical. $19.99, 236397 is your item number if you want to go for that one.
I think that's more of a moth than a butterfly.
It's a moth and 2 dragonflies.
There you go.
Do you think, because it's a shorter body?
Yeah. It is a moth.
All right. OK, it's a moth.
Because we've had the butterflies. We've had a couple of different butterflies, actually. I've got the moulds with me, but we haven't got the stock, so I can't use them today.
Have we got the moth on there? So sorry about that. I must be mistaken. It's a moth, not a butterfly.
That's the other
dragonfly.
That's a different one.
Oh, that's not right.
That's the individual dragonfly in a different mould.
That one. Well, do you know what? I'm just going to take that away then. We are approaching 60% of the stock gone already of that particular silicone stamp. Now let's talk about Alpha. Oh my goodness, what a proud chap Alpha is. I mean, this is incredible. When we talk about detail, this really does show off all the detail that you can get. Is absolutely marvellous, and 3/4 of the stock has already gone. My word, very, very popular. £19.99. I mean, if you have a look at this finished sample, when the eyes are painted in, Catherine, it's incredible.
It is, isn't it? That's Sylvia's work, Sylvia Allen, so I've got to thank Sylvia for that one. And lots of the samples around the studio, actually, from Sylvia. I also think Alpha looks like an Alsatian or maybe a Husky.
Yeah, it could be a husky dog, an Alsatian, a Malamute, if you want it to be. Could it be a collie dog? I don't know, maybe. Or wolf, which it is, of course.
It is a wolf.
But yeah, it's look at, wow. Oh, hey, what's...
Oh, that was clever.
That was very clever.
That's a big mould as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
It's a very easy one to work with as well because it's nice and solid.
Yeah, let me just pick this up and show you from the side. So, it's sturdy as well.
Yeah.
Do you know, it's got a bit of weight to it. Not heavy, but a bit of weight to it, so it's sturdy and easy to work with. £19.99. Very busy. 3/4 of the stock has gone of Alpha. Right, now we've got some pears for you. Silicone moulds, not like apples and pears. We've got the silicone moulds in pairs. They're options. So the first option is at the top right here. You've got Medusa. She is remarkable. Let me see. Is that... Yeah, let me... It's the same item number, but different options. So 043117 is your item number, £19.99. Now look at Medusa. Look at the detail in the skin of the snakes.
Miss.
Oh, sorry, I thought you was waving at Ali across the studio.
No, miss. Can I just say something as well while I think about it? I didn't want to butt in.
You usually
When
do.
it comes to these item numbers and you've got the options,
Yeah.
they are there. We are getting so many messages from people saying, I've looked at the item number, but there's only one there. You need to go on the drop-down box.
Could we do that? Let's show everyone.
I wanted to make sure I got that in because there's so many people saying, I can't get this and I can't get that. Well, they are there. So you only see one picture, you see at first. So you have to go on the box, and then when you click on the appropriate title, the picture will change.
Ah, I see. Yes, that's the way to do it. Or if you're calling us, the call centre will take you through your options. Medusa, absolutely remarkable. She really is, with that detail that's on there as well. I mean, imagine that in chocolate.
I know.
That would be
She's got
sensational.
some cornflower on her head.
She has got a bit of cornflower on her head, but don't worry, Medusa. Everything is all right, but just don't look into her eyes too long.
No, there's
Don't
another
look
one in
into her
front that's
eyes.
coloured up as well.
Yeah, it looks, it's truly amazing. In fact, actually, we've got a little bit of an illusion to show you. I think it'll work on this one. Let me just take that. Just take that off the back. Okay, let me just turn this around. And if you have a look at that, will it work?
Yep.
Hang on. It looks, I mean, have you got some resin on the back?
That's because that is the clear Elichem resin. So when you pour it into the mould, because these moulds are matte, when you take it out from the front, it looks matte, it looks frosted. From the back, it looks clear. You can bring through the effect so it looks clear from the front as well. But on that one, I painted it with black gesso and used some wax, some of the Viva Decor wax on it. So if you turn it back the other way...
She's just moving, look, can you see
I
that?
know, it's an amazing... Do you know, regardless of the type of resin we've got on the show, they are absolutely brilliant with these moulds because every tiny bit of detail is so accentuated. It's just amazing.
I love turning them around. Over 30% of Medusa has gone, 30%. And then you've got White Fangs, 043117, so same item number. They're not in pairs, sorry, it's the same item number and separate prices, £19.99. Now, let me show you. I mean, this is absolutely extraordinary. This doesn't have any paint on it, but if you take a look, you can see that detail on there, right down to his whiskers as well. And I suppose what you could do when you, if this is air drying clay or something, you could actually insert some whiskers into that.
You could. That is actually the A1 resin, that one, which we don't have on today's show, but many people have bought that from the previous shows. There isn't any paint. You're quite right about that. The only thing I did with that one was just, with that particular A1, you've got a powder in the pot, and you just dust the mould with it. So you can do the same thing with the mica powder before you put your resin in. You can do the same thing with the Elichem resins as well.
This one is fabulous, and I'm thinking another one on the other side of like a board or a bedstead or drawers or furniture or chairs. It's absolutely remarkable, isn't it?
And they go very, very well with Alpha, of course.
Yeah. That looks amazing, doesn't it? £19.99. Those are your options. Right, let's head down to the bottom. Moving on down, we're heading here. Oh, we've had a sellout, everyone. Oh, the fire breather. This one. Oh no, the fire breather has sold out. Shall I take that away? Oh no. Oh, that was absolutely remarkable. There it is. Oh, we've sold out, Catherine.
Oh dear.
We've sold out. Right, we've still got the peacock, which is a favourite of mine. Love the peacock. What a beautiful, fantastic, gorgeous imagery. $19.99. It is absolutely exquisite. 699-224 is your item number if you want to go for that one. It is absolutely fantastic. Look at that.
Now
you know, when you look at that,
yeah.
you could really think that that was a real peacock.
There's a coloured sample on the shelf behind you as well, but actually, I promised last night to do a very clever technique with the peacock if we still had stock today. It's like, I'm going to see if I can fit one in this morning, but there's a different one at 12 o'clock, which I think will be a kind of a wow moment. That's what I'm hoping anyway.
Look at that. Is this air drying clay?
That's air drying clay, that one. The one at the front is the A1 rust effect, the iron.
Yeah. Let me just stay where you are because I'll pick this up because that, look at that, the two different, let me just move my, yeah.
Can you see the areas of rust? I didn't rust the whole thing. I was sort of playing
Just
around
there,
with different techniques there, but I quite like the look of that.
Love
But look at
that.
the detail that comes out again.
It's incredible, isn't it?
Amazing.
It really is. It's
Absolutely
breathtaking each and every
amazing.
time. $19.99 if you want to go for your peacock. Right. Moving it across, you stay there. You've got your lovable bugs and you've got your Majesty Warrior. This is the choice here. They're $19.99 each, same item number, 163002 is your item number. Now, do we have a sample of the lovable bug anywhere? Because that is absolutely remarkable. I'm just looking around. We've got the lovable bug anywhere?
No, we haven't, I don't think. I might have some stashed away somewhere, but
the detail on
yes,
here
we'll see if we can find
is
that.
absolutely remarkable.
We do have some pictures. I know that the gallery had some pictures last night with both of those on.
Yeah.
So hopefully we can find those at some point.
Yeah, these are returning favourites. It's your chance to get these again. £19.99, your lovable bugs, or you have that fantastic, majestic, or Majesty Warrior, which is majestic. You could stick a horn on that and it becomes a unicorn. Lovely, isn't it?
It's gorgeous.
Love that. I know Katie would like that because
Yes,
it looks
she would.
similar to Roger, her horse, does all the decoupage. No, not decoupage.
Or is it decoupage?
Or is it
No,
decoupage?
it's the dressage.
Oh, dressage, sorry. Well, Roger, listen. Roger is very talented, Katie's horse. He might do decoupage after his dressage, I don't know.
Yeah, he watches Hochanda, doesn't he? He's
He does,
influenced by
he
the
does.
guests we have.
He does. Right, let's move on down because we've got more for you. We've got the king. Now, this is remarkable. We've got a beautiful sample here. We're approaching half the stock gone. And the king, I mean, the detail on that. And if I just turn this around again, that fabulous effect. Can you see he's actually turning? Oh, let me move that forward. Oh, move that back. He's turning his face. That is very cool. Very, very cool. I love this one. I think you might like this one as well, being a Leo.
I do.
Yeah,
I
there
love
you
him.
go.
I love all the Zuri moulds.
Yeah, absolutely amazing. $19.99, very, very popular, approaching half the stock gone. That is remarkable. That would look nice, you know, if you had like an ice bucket or something like that on the front of an ice bucket.
Yeah.
That would look amazing.
Yeah, it would actually.
Yeah, or a vase or
Full
something
of good
like
ideas,
that.
Janice, today.
I'm always full of it. You know me, Catherine. Right, moving on. We've got this beautiful, gorgeous horse now. This is Arian. Boreas? Arian and Boreas?
Unless you're, I'm not going to mention names, unless you're a producer from last night, and then it's Aaron and Boris.
Yeah, it could. It's Aaron and Boris. Well, it could be Aaron and Boris. Arian and Boreas.
Yeah.
Yes, the producer probably had a mare last night. And that was courtesy of the director, not me. Look at the detail that you've got in here. How beautiful. We're approaching 40% of the stock gone, but look at the mane, how it just goes around that beautiful horse. Absolutely incredible. £19.99.
That's just one of them as well, because you've got a front view of a different horse on the same mould.
Yes, I
there's
don't
only the
think I've
one
got a sample
sample
of
there.
that, have I?
There's probably one in a box somewhere, but you haven't got it on the counter at the moment. We'll see if we can find it for the next show.
I suppose if you did them white, they'd be snowy white horses.
Oh,
Well,
oh,
they're
now
like-
I'm singing that song, Janice.
Do, do, do,
I love it,
do,
that
do,
song.
do, 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 do.
Oh, stop it. It makes
Oh,
me
it was
cry.
my favourite, that was. I used to cry at that. That was Snowy White Horses. Did anyone else used to watch that?
The theme tune to White Horses.
Let me ride away. Oh, it was absolutely fantastic. There'll be no copyright on that because I'm not singing it like it was supposed to be. But also, you could have these. It's like the horses on the top of the waves, like the foam horses.
Nice. You could have a whole circle of horses' heads there, couldn't you?
That would be amazing. Oh, wow, Yanis is in. I didn't recognise him. I saw him from the side. I thought, who's that handsome gentleman? It's Yanis.
Yes, we don't normally see him on our shows, do we?
No, we're not usually in the same building at the same time. His hair's grown long. Do you know what?
It's longer than mine.
We should make a Zuri mould out of Yanis. It would sell out every single time.
Yes.
Wouldn't it?
Yes.
It would be the Adonis.
Yes.
It would.
You may see that, you know.
That would be magnificent. Even I'd buy that.
There you go. I shall put that forward to Sophie of Zuri.
Yes, forward. We look forward to moulding Yanis. I wonder who'll get that job. Right, moving on. Moving on. This is, now I need to pronounce, Mercurial Beast. Mercurial Beast?
Mercurial Beast,
Mercurial Beast. This is gorgeous. Now, 3/4 of the Mercurial Beast has gone. What did you use to make this? Because this is like rusty metal.
That again is the A1 iron, so when you put that into the mould, when it's set, you just keep wetting it. You leave it you can even leave it outside in the rain if you want, and the longer you leave it and the more you wet it, the more rusty it goes.
Yeah.
There is a coloured version behind you on the shelf as well of the same the same creature.
Ooh.
I think he looks like a sea serpent as well, so I think he goes very well. If anybody got the mermaid mould, which was out a while ago, I think this works perfectly with the mermaid. And we had the seahorses last month as well.
Oh, it's amazing. That really is. Ooh, we're going to have a busy show. I've got that feeling. 341331 is your item number. We have taken some time to go down the counter, but we've got lots to show you, and you do need to see it in detail when you're making your choices. We've got plenty more items on the show for you, and some more moulds as well. We've got the Dragonfly wings just here. This was the one that you saw on the sample earlier, but we're limited stock, $9.99. If this is your first time using clay or moulds, maybe this is the one you want to go for because it's in your budget. Maybe this could be your first steps, your first flight, as it were, into Zuri moulds, and what a flight it's going to be as well. It will be a never-ending journey. 945440 is your item number. Now, we've got some Pardo clay for you. We had a show yesterday, Catherine and I, at the start of yesterday. I think it was 7 a.m, yeah. And we're using the Pardo clay. Lots of different techniques as well, Catherine was teaching us. It's fabulous. We've got lots of different colours for you. It's a pick and mix, and you choose any 5 for $13.99, which is excellent value for money. And you can choose 5 different colours. Maybe go with the colours that are your favourite, or maybe you could mix blue and yellow to make green, and then you don't have to go for green. But your Pardo clay, you can bake this in the oven, and then that will go nice and hard for you. And you need to manipulate it to get it soft. And Catherine recommends a pasta machine.
I do. We shall be using that this hour if we've got time.
Excellent.
Which I'm sure we have.
We certainly will. Any questions, of course, give us a call or email in. It's studio@hochanda.com. Let's head to the website. This is where you can see lots of other clay. We've got your Hearty clay for you in there, air drying clay, which is great. You've got your Medina clay in there as well. Look at the 5-star reviews for that. We've got modelling paste in there, so all kinds of things that you can use with your moulds. And if you're not quite sure which one to get, again, you can email in. Catherine's here. And you've also got your Inca Gold. That is absolutely gorgeous. The cutters and moulders have gone. We're going to see if we can get more stock for you for that. We had a busy show yesterday. And go and have a look at the Viva Decor Pick and Mix Inca Gold paste. They are beautiful. And the Stardust as well. Oh my word, how lush are they? Lots of different colours to choose from. Right, so that's the website. Head to the website, have a look. Remember, when you go to the options for your moulds, just click on the icon and it will drop down if it's one item number for 2 different moulds, as Catherine explained earlier. Now, your one-day special, 70% of the stock is gone. Oh my word, busy for those. Right, let's head to Catherine for some demos.
Okay, right now, when it comes to the one-day special, we've got one. We did have 2 texture mats that were doodles. One was a medley and the other was something else. Which one is in the one-day special? Because I keep forgetting.
You've got Doodle Medley, Lancet Windows and Moroccan Motif.
Right, it's the doodle one. So which one is Doodle Medley? Can you just show me
Doodle
the
Medley
picture
is
of it? Just because
that one.
I know the other one's... No, that's
No,
Lancet
that's
Windows.
not that one. I'm going to show you Doodle Medley now. It's that one.
that one, which is this one then. Right, that's the one I'm going to start with.
That one is this one.
We did have another doodle as an individual,
right,
but it's sold out.
Okay, doodle noodle.
Oodle.
Oodle doodle
it's sold
doodle.
out.
Doodle 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 doodle.
So the only doodle one we've got left is the one in the one-day special. Right, I'm going to start with the air dry clay, the hearty air dry clay, because it's nice to start with the basics. If you've never worked with any of these moulds or mats before, then the air dry clay is lovely. Now, I've already taken the clay out of the pack. I always give it a stretch and let the moisture sort of disperse in the clay, but then I've left it out in the air for a little bit of time, just so the surface of that dries. Can I just point something out to everybody as well? Let me just see if you can catch this. Can you see one or two lumps in here? There you go, you can see it. Not the gold bits, the lumpy bits. That is simply because I didn't seal my packet of clay up properly last night.
Ah, you need to do that.
So make sure you do. So there's a little bit of drier clay. Because it's only those little lumps there, you won't actually notice that when it dries totally. When everything's dry, you're not going to see it. But if you get any really big hard lumps in your clay, take them out. Okay?
Could you not spray them with water?
You could try mixing some water into the clay and dispersing. That could work. If it goes totally dry, you'll never bring it back. But you can, if your clay gets too dry, just spray with some water. So I've dusted the mat with some corn flour, and
now,
I'm going to roll this out a little bit.
Can I ask you about the corn flour, Catherine? Because it's great to get information and hints and tips. You put quite a bit of corn flour on there, so when you take it out of the mould, do we have to worry about taking the corn flour off again, or just leave it?
No, just leave it.
Great.
Just leave it. When the clay's dried a little bit more, give it a dust. If you've got a lot on there, give it a dust, but don't worry about it. You can get it off. Also, when you've dusted the mould, if you tap, or the mat, give it a tap so any real excess is removed.
Fabulous.
When it comes to the oven baked clay, the polymer clay, which we will be using this hour as well, you don't need the corn flour.
Okay.
Just straight into the mould, don't worry about it. I don't actually use corn flour at home when I'm using air dry, because I know when that's going to be dry enough to work.
Cool.
But you know, just because we have beginners watching all the time, don't we? I'm just going to stretch it out so I can get a full sheet of this actually. So to begin with, what I'm going to do, I don't want to make that too thin on that corner because I've got to roll this down. I would suggest working with a silicone sponge, you know the type you get for makeup, or this is actually a silicone sort of sponge, and the reason for that is it doesn't stick, because what I want to do first of all is just press into the top of the mat. That will help grab, especially because we've got that corn flour in there. So if your clay is dry enough, try it without the corn flour first, because really I don't think you need it that much. But if your clay is very, very sticky and fresh from the pack, it may be too wet. So when I've done that, and that's got a little bit of a grab, I can then go over the top with my rolling pin. Now, one thing to let you know about the texture mats is, if I just bring a different one in, you can see a border going around the edge. So you've got that detailed area, you've got a very fine border on three sides and a slightly wider one at the top. You can trim this away so you don't have to worry about that. It's not very deep at the side of that border, if you can see. You have got depth there. Don't roll your clay so thinly that when you go over the top, the roller is sitting on that border and not catching the details. So you've got to make sure that you've got some depth there. And I do apologise if my nails look like I've been digging the garden this morning. It's polymer clay down my nails. I've been mixing black. Right, okay, so when I've done that, I'm actually going to flip that over and press from the back.
Oh, that's a good idea.
So I'm using the heel of my hand. You can use the rolling pin as well.
Yeah, I was going to say.
But be careful, because if you move that too much, and I don't want this clay to stick to the mat, it's a different process with the polymer. So I would just make sure that's nicely stuck down, and then we can just peel away. And it is just a point of pulling away that mould, and it will peel away beautifully. Just gently, because you don't want to stretch the clay. Okay, and if I just pop that there so you can see. And then, of course, you can trim away to whatever size you want. If you don't want to do another sheet and join, just take away the border. You get a definite line where that border is. That's the bit that's going to be trimmed off.
I've got another question.
Okay.
You know, yesterday when we were doing the techniques with the polymer clay, and we were putting gilding flakes in there, and then we were rolling and gilding flakes and rolling. Could you put some gilding flakes within the air drying clay and then put it into the mould?
You can actually, yes, you can, and glitter.
Wow.
You will lose an effect to a point because it kind of gets buried into the clay. But actually with the texture mats, because they're very thin, that's going to come through a lot more. So it depends on the mould how much you're going to see. We might do that later, Jen. Shall I say that for 4 o'clock?
Yeah, let's
do that at 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
We have mixed the gilding flakes into polymer clay on yesterday's shows, but not in the air dry. So we'll do a bit of glitter and everything.
Yeah.
So at this point, I would trim away with a pair of scissors. I prefer scissors than a craft knife because you can drag the clay a little bit
What
and
do you mean by
stretch
dragging
it.
the clay?
Well, it will just pull at it and stretch it.
With a knife?
With a knife, yeah.
you, okay.
With this particular clay. So at that stage, I would trim it down, let that dry fully, and then neaten off those edges.
Great.
Okay?
If I wanted to put that round a jar,
Yeah.
would I now wrap it round the jar before it dries?
You would. So what I would do with this one, I can actually show you now if you like. Where's my glue gone? What I would do, and I'm going to say with caution for this bit, not because it's dangerous, but simply because if you put too much on, it doesn't do things any favours. Now, I always say you shouldn't need PVA glue with your clay to stick bits together because the clay sticks to the clay. But if you want to attach to a jar or a tin or something like that, I'm using the end of a broken paintbrush here. We were playing with broken things yesterday, weren't we?
We
Using the
were.
polymer
Can we
clay.
play with them again today, Catherine?
We might be able to. We'll
So
see.
PVA glue,
Yep.
the best glue to use with air
Better
drying
to brush
clay.
it on. I want to be able to pull this off.
What
after.
about other clays? So other air drying clays.
Other air drying clays, it depends on the air drying clay.
Does it?
Some of them will, I've got another tip for you actually, some of them will glue down, some of them will mould round and stay on their
Yeah.
own. Can I just show you that? Because I've just put that around that tin, so
Yep.
that will dry in situ. So that glue is just holding it in place. It's
Okay.
not doing anything more than that. If I turn that round, we've got a gap. So of course you can make another sheet and join those
Yeah.
together as
Yeah.
well. And actually, the width of these mats are perfect for tin cans.
Yeah, they are. Look
So
at that.
I will let that dry, and then we can decorate that one that's dry. Now, if I
Yeah.
just bring this one in,
Well, you know, I noticed that out the corner of my eye. Do you know what I'm thinking? That, a bracelet.
that's what I was just going to say.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
You see, great
Yeah.
minds think alike.
That again has been moulded around a tin can, but that isn't the air dry clay. This is the high build resin, which I did this last night, and this has been drying overnight. And what I said, I'll show you how to do this in a second, but let's just. I've not taken this one off. This is the one that I did last night on the Lancet windows, which is also in the one-day special. Now, this hasn't been curing for its full time. So if I did this at 8 o'clock, or was it 6 o'clock? I can't remember. It's been out a few hours anyway, good few hours. That is still malleable because it's not fully cured. So I can again, if I get another tin, I can again shape around, and I would just put an elastic band or tie that around
And
there.
to keep that
Let
shape.
it fully cure,
Wow.
and then it will stay. I've done exactly the same thing with the Wings of Beauty. These are also the resin. Shall we mix some of that resin up and I'll show you?
I like the idea of putting that on like a bracelet.
Yeah.
You'd be like Xena, Princess Warrior, with that round your wrist.
You would, and
Or Wonder Woman.
yeah, yes. Can I just show you this one? Now this one's set a little bit more than I would normally like, but it's still got plenty of bend in it. If you let it set too much and you try bending it, you will break it because it's very, very thin. It will get firmer and firmer as it cures more. As it cures more. But at this stage, it still works. Can I show you something else? I don't know if you can see because I'm wearing a dark top. You might be able to see more from the other side because it's very glossy. Can you see there's some little holes in there? It's not... But it doesn't matter. If you want to fill those, you can actually, if you realise you've got holes in there, you can actually put another layer of resin on. OK. But what I was going to show you as well, while the resin is malleable, you can trim it with a pair of scissors. So if you wanted to make a bracelet, Janice,
Yes.
you could just cut now with a pair of scissors to the width that you want, shape it around a tin can and make yourself a bangle out
I think
of
that's
it.
a great idea, especially, you know, for the kids. You know, somebody wants to be a princess or a queen or a Xena Princess Warrior or something like that. Not that I advocate fighting or anything like that, but it's just dress up. It's all fancy dress for yourself.
Exactly. Now this one I am going to choose to keep flat because I'm going to do some paint effects on it. So we'll see if we can do that before the end of the hour as well. I've got a lot to fit in this hour, haven't I? I'm thinking I'm overdoing it again now. Oh, now I am going to show you how to mix that, but I want to show you something else as well.
Go on.
Because you like that polymer clay, don't you?
I do like polymer clay.
I did this before the hour and I haven't revealed it. This is the Dragonfly
Is there polymer
wings.
clay in there?
There's
Oh,
polymer clay in here with
Ooh.
scraps of clay. But
That-
there's something special about it, I think, I hope. but I haven't taken it out yet, so I'm doing this live.
I can see some gold flakes. Now, with single figures on this mould, it's only £9.99. I think when you see this reveal, it'll probably sell out, because it is absolutely amazing. It really is.
Okay, well, this has got to be baked because it's oven baked, so I just want to make sure I don't... Now, you can actually bake in the moulds because they withstand the heat. Oh, I don't want to show you that bit yet. So if you want to bake in the mould, I think I've just broken this tail, I have. It's because it's been stood out and it's... Right, let me just put that together. Look at that, though. Polymer clay you can rebuild. I'll just pop it back into the mould.
Oh, wow, look at that.
Look at those wings.
Oh, Catherine, that's amazing.
And you can lift those wings. We'll bake this one in the oven. I'll mend his tail
that.
before I put it in the oven. But it's the detail in the wings. How did I do that?
I think I've got an idea. You were using the polymer clay?
We were, yeah.
Is it caning?
Yes.
There you go, you see?
And you can shape as well. So if you take these out of the mould, if you want to prop those wings up, use little supports like tin foil or spare little bits of clay. Pop that into the oven and bake it while the wings are in position. And then when it's baked, it will hold that position.
Could you use hot glue with that mould?
Yes.
Wow, you see, that would be...
I'm going to bake that for 12 o'clock. You'll see, 'cause we're going to put some resin on it as well.
See, I think hot glues are great. I was introduced to hot gluing when I came here to Hochanda. I didn't really know anything about it before, but I've seen people use hot glue, of course, for sticking things together, but for also making and creating. So if you don't have any clay, you're waiting for the clay to arrive, but you've got some hot glue and you get your mould first, you could try it with that. The Dragonfly, I did say, technical sellout, flown out the door. Yeah, I knew it would. As soon as that reveal, anyone just making that extra decision would have made it. It's a wonderful mould.
Well, I'll still show you that technique, but I'll do it with the new one.
Yes.
Oh, right. Oh, I wanted to use that one, Janice, you see.
G-shucks.
Right, can I just need to pick something up. I've got it here. Let me bring this in. I left everybody on a cliff. Sorry,
we kept the camera on you when you bend over.
Everybody saw my bottom last night as well.
What?
What? Fully clothed. It's all right.
Okay. If you want to watch that show on Rewind for any reason now, it will be available.
Oh, right, please do
36
watch
minutes
back
in, apparently.
on Rewind, the 6 o'clock launch and 8 o'clock last night, because I was doing different techniques with the polymer clay, which I'm going to come back to and use these as well. I did promise to use all these bits. This is the same technique as we did yesterday morning,
fabulous.
but I was going to put it into a mould. But I know time's moving on, so what I'm going to do is show you, first of all, just going to leave that there because nobody's going to trip on it. I'm going to show you the Elichem High build first of all.
Yeah, we've got this available, haven't we?
We certainly have. Right, now, there are different ways of getting this. You can get the pots, same size pots as I've got. I think the packaging's a little bit different, but the amount in there's the same.
Yep.
You can also get the bigger pots, I think there's a kilo altogether.
Yes, we've got, a kilo of the resin, a kilo of the hardener.
Yeah.
And then we've got the smaller pots of the resin and the hardener. Let's go through the stills on the screen so you can see what you're getting. Right, so first of all, this is a nice little set, £45.58, 2 payments though, of £23.79 if you want to go for those, so £22.79.
Because you've got the Resi tint in black and white in there as well, which I'm going to be using. So we have got different options.
Okay, 386852. How long would that last?
How long would it last?
How long? Well, how many things could we make out of something like that?
Depends what you're making with it.
I suppose
a
so.
lot.
Okay.
An awful lot.
Okay. I bet we could make a lot out of these, $69.99. They look so much bigger in person. I'm not a tiny person, although I am. But yeah, these are huge. These are 1 kilogram each. So I could do a little bit of a workout. 2 payments of £35 if you want to go for those. So do you mix these together, Catherine?
You do. One part of one part of the other.
Excellent. 550812 is your item number. And then we've got the 200 grams. The 200 grams, £24.99 if you want to go for those. And I'll just grab those just because sometimes it's better to see them live so you can see the difference. So those are your 2 kilograms and that is your 200 pots. That's 400 in total, so that's the difference. So maybe you're just trying it. Maybe you tried it, you like it, and you want to stock up. and maybe you just want to try it, it's entirely up to you. But I know when you try it, you're going to be addicted to it, so you might as well get the larger pots. Right, Catherine, let's have a look.
Okay, so I've got my scales, I've got my little mixing pot. It is a little bit dirty, this, but it's okay. Make sure yours are clean at home. I'm just going to reset that to naught. Now, the difference between the Elichem resins that we've got on the show, we've got the Total Cast, I think it is. Is it Total Cast? Yes, it is. Total Cast, which is the clear one, which is the one you love, where you look through the back, and there's all sorts you can do with that. This one is very different. This was originally created with certain artists in mind. You've seen the paint, sort of the mandala paintings and the blob paintings, you know, where you can do it with paint, but you can also do it with resin, where you have sort of the circles and you build up in layers. It's really big.
Yes.
It's really popular at the moment.
Yeah.
They're proper artists, and they love to do it with resin. So Elichem created this resin, which is much thicker, and it's also not clear, because it holds its level. It doesn't spread. Okay.
Okay.
Doesn't spread. So if you want to use your texture mats, if you were to put the clear one on there, because they're not very deep, it will work to a point, but the resin will just flow over the edges because it self-levels, okay? But with this one, you can control it.
Okay.
Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm at naught with my little pot there, and I'm just going to put a dollop in.
So that's a good spoonful.
Yeah.
Like when you're picking up honey.
Yeah, I've just taken a spoon and we'll just measure that out. We've got 18. We'll leave it at that. You get the resin and you get the hardener as well. So we need 18 of this one.
Okay.
So I've got to be a little bit more careful with this one. Let's go with a different spoon. Don't contaminate your spoons if you... So 2 18s, Janice.
Okay.
What's that, 36?
36, yeah. Do you need to wear gloves when you are using the resin and the hardener?
Do you know, I'm glad you said that, because they're here. I always forget. Now, what it is with the gloves, this is non-toxic and it hasn't got an odour as well. You can't smell the resin.
You get your finger in, Catherine. Blow into the gloves beforehand.
I'm trying to get one of my fingers in the little finger.
I know, I can see.
Now, it's not going to hurt you, but... But the resin, if it gets on your skin, is very, very sticky.
Okay.
Okay, what gets it off, though, is the hand sanitizer, because it's got alcohol in it. But for safety reasons, it is better to use gloves. I've just put the one on because I'm going to mix with that hand. And I'm right-handed, so... But I would put a pair on normally. If you don't tell me to put them on, they're right in front of me, and I always forget.
So what are you putting in now?
I'm still adding the hardener in here, because I just got to get up to 36.
Got
it
you,
needs to be
equal parts.
Equal parts, so there we are. Now, I've got the Resitint in black, which does come in one of the bundles. You can get the Resitint separately as well on the website in various colours. You need such a small amount of this. I'm just going to use that broken paintbrush again and add some of the black in there. Now, look... this mixes up straight away.
What black are you using from?
It's called Blackout. This comes with the white in with some of the high build resin.
Yes, it does, yeah, of course. You've got the high build and the resin, and then you've got black and white.
Yeah.
It's okay.
And I asked for this bundle because when we're working with things like the paints and the Maya Gold and the Inca Golds and that sort of thing, those waxes and beautiful metallic paints, what do we usually paint on? We paint on black or white, don't we? Because it gives you the perfect surface.
Yeah, of course.
Now, you can, of course, if you're working with air dry clay or something else, you can just gesso over the top if you want to change the colour, go to that white or black base. But if you're gessoing or using a paint, you've got to go with such a thin coat on these very detailed moulds that you don't get the same coverage, or you fill up the detail.
Yeah,
it takes away the detail.
Yeah, it makes sense,
with this,
doesn't it?
You're going to get that wonderful, wonderful
to begin with as your base. It is available to you with the black and white. So you've got the black out there and the titanium white, and that's with your hardener and your resin. That's $45.58, and you saw just how little of each Catherine was using, so it's going to last you a long time. It's going to give you great results as well. 386852 is your item number for that one.
Okay, so there's a couple of things you can do. So let's get one of the texture mats. Now, I've done Lancet Window, haven't I? Where's that Moroccan one? I'll go with that one this time, because I haven't done that one yet. So, when it comes to using the resin, very, very easy. If you're using your texture mat, so this is from the One Day Special, just get a spatula, and it's like spreading honey or syrup, really. A little bit thinner than marmalade, but because this is high build, it's not going to flow off the edge. Did I say Marmite then?
No, we were thinking more like...
someday. Oh, I love Marmite. Do you like Marmite?
Oh, I love it, yeah.
Oh, I love
Other brands
Marmite.
are available.
Yeah, you can get that other version, can't you?
Do you know what's nice?
A few different ones.
Marmite and walnut
yes,
sandwich.
Yeast extract, that's what it is, isn't it? Love it.
Marmite and walnut sandwich.
Ooh,
Well,
no.
Vegemite and walnuts. Oh, no, you don't knock it until you've tried it, Catherine. I'll sit you down later and I'll give you some.
Okay. Okay. Right, now then, what I'm doing here, I'm not going to finish, because we haven't got a lot of time, I'll finish this after the hour, so we might be able to do a reveal of this later, if it's dried enough. So what I'm going to do is just spread that over the whole of the textured mat there. Now you want to make sure as much as possible that you've filled every bit of area and you've got a little bit extra on the top to form that back plate. But because it's high build, it's not going to flow off the edge, it's going to stay where I'm putting it.
How long do we need to leave it? I mean,
Right.
I know we're going to try and show it on the next show, which is at 12 o'clock today. But if you're at home, I mean, I'm very impatient, so I'd be trying to do it after
I'll be
half an
very
hour.
lucky if it's ready for 12. I normally leave it about 6 hours, 6 to 8 hours.
So if you make this, leave it overnight, if you're like me,
As long as you
someone
don't
that
get
wants
up
to go
too
back
late.
to it, it's,
As long as you don't go to bed too early and get up too late.
yeah.
So, but there's a way you can tell. We'll come back at 12 o'clock, we'll show it and see if it's ready.
Yeah.
If it is, great. If it isn't, we'll do it at 4.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah.
Now this is the same resin, the one that I've showed you. It's still malleable. This was actually left overnight. I did this last night, but we're in early, you see.
Yeah.
So, but that would be 12 hours, so it is still malleable. If it's
Yes.
done at 8 o'clock and we're back
Yeah,
in
yeah.
for an 8 o'clock show. The other thing you can do, of course, is use the moulds. So it's the same thing again. You can use the clear with the moulds very, very easily, but with the clear, of course, you've not got the coloured finish. So I'm just using the spatula again, just to apply in there, because this is black and the lights are glaring. It's hard for me to see if I'm getting this in right, but you won't get as many bubbles with this either. Now, I've not mixed this as long as I should do, simply because it's a time constraint with demoing. So make sure you give it a good mix for 2 to 3 minutes, once you've got that tint in there. And all you do is put it into the mould, and a little bit like I do with the A1 resin, I can pick this up and drop it, so any air bubbles, I know I've missed a bit from the tail out there, but I will get this, I'll fill this up properly afterwards. Give it a drop, but also get your heat gun and go over with the heat gun, because there will be some air bubbles in there that you can't see. And sometimes, I don't know if you'll pick it up on camera this time, because I don't know what's in there. I have got some gaps that I've not filled, as you can see. But if any air bulbs are sitting under there, if you heat it up, they will disappear, they'll go.
Okay.
I can actually see some. I don't know if you can. I've got some tiny ones that are coming to the surface and they're disappearing.
We'll see if we can see it on the other
But actually,
hand.
with the high build, you don't get many bubbles at all.
No.
Okay, so I will come back to that. Now, when you take these from the mould, after about 6 to 8 hours, these are still malleable as well, of course. So these have been done much longer, so they've gone properly hard now, they've cured. So again, just shape the wings. That one's not been shaped, it's been kept flat. Just shape the wings, prop them onto, I don't know, paintbrush ends or something like that. And when they're fully cured, then they will hold their shape. But they're the black resin.
Yeah, and they're from Wings in the Wind, £19.99, 236 397. 2/3 of the stock is gone. Your one-day special, we've been busy for this, and we've got them back on individuals as well. Are they on extended delivery as individuals? 13th of November. So if you wanted just one, £15.99. The true value, of course, is your one-day special, where you're saving money for a 24-hour period. We have got 12 o'clock show, we've got a 4 o'clock show, but the price of everything is going back up at 6 o'clock tonight. $37.97 is the price of your one-day special. But over 70% of the stock of all three have gone. Oh my, and it was a huge stock. It was a ginormous stock. So we know how much you guys love Zuri products. It's just becoming more and more and more popular. And it's lovely to see your designs on Facebook. It's lovely for you to share them with Catherine as well. And having said that, if anyone's got any pictures of any work that you've done and you want to show it off to Catherine, then please do email in. So take a picture of it, send it in, and we'll show it on the 12 o'clock show, or if we get any before the end of the show, we'll try and do it for you. That is studio@hochanda.com. Right, how long have we got left? We've got 6.5 minutes left of the show. Back to you, Catherine.
Well, I'm not going to get to do that polymer clay this time. It's going to have to be 12 o'clock now.
Okay.
Right, I do want to just show you painting techniques. We've got the lovely paints on the show. We've got the Maya Gold or the Maya Stardust. These three are all the Maya Gold. Lots of different colours to choose from on a pick and mix. Now, again, here, you want to stir these, so I'm just going to find another old paintbrush. Now, let me show you this one here. They will settle, but they're water-based. You get the most amazing effects with these. So just give them a really, really good stir. I'm not sure what colour this one is. I'll see if I can find out for you.
We've got
Avocado,
these,
this one.
we've got these on a pick and mix for you.
They are absolutely beautiful. Now, I don't mind whether, you know, I could do a lucky dip and go for the Stardust or the Maya Gold paints, and I wouldn't mind because they're both
What's the
absolutely
difference
beautiful.
between the Stardust and the Maya Gold?
Well, there is a slight difference. The finish is very similar. Let me just find a Stardust one for you. Let's have a look. It's got a lot of mica in it. It's a little bit more pearlescent, but you've still got loads of mica in there. Let me just stir that up. Can you see it's a little more of a satin finish, but absolutely packed with mica. So I'm going to go with the Maya Gold on this one, keep it all the same, and then the next time I use paints I'll go with the Stardust and then we can compare. Okay, so I'm going to stir all three of those up that I've decided to work with. So I've got Avocado. This one is, I think this is Champagne. Or is it Old Silver? I'm not sure. Let's see if I can find it. Lovely. Look at that gorgeous colour. Absolutely wonderful. And then I've got one, although I'm working on the black resin, I've gone for... That actually says grey on it, although it is very dark. Because we've got the mica in there, it's going to bring through the colours. So, I'll bring through the mica. I'm just going to get a clean paintbrush to paint with now. Now we have got some paintbrushes on an end of coal actually that are really nice.
Ooh, yeah, let's see if we've got any of those left. The pick and mix, by the way, you choose any two for $11.99, a whole array of colours for you there. And they are absolutely beautiful. They go a long way as well. We'll have a look for those brushes on the end of call. And here we go through all of those different colours with your Maya Gold paints, because you've got that lovely gold sparkle in. Truly amazing, absolutely lovely. You choose, you decide. If you want to multi-buy, you can do as well.
Now you can actually just brush lightly with these and pick up the detail on the top, but I'm purposely going with this right through. I want to cover the whole of the plate because I can go over the top with a wax to bring out the detail at the top. So I just want to show you on the black the lovely effects that you can get. So I'm just using the same brush. I love doing the blends with the brushes. I don't swap my brushes around. I like to do a blend together. So about a third of the way around I'm going to go with that lovely sort of champagne colour. Just really working that in to all of the detail there. We'll see this again later on as well because I will bring the detail out with the wax. So it looks at the minute as though I'm kind of hiding things a little bit, but oh, when you put the wax over the top, amazing. Now this Avocado, one of my all-time favourite colours, I've got to admit. Yeah, I love it. Love it.
We used to all have our avocado bathrooms, didn't we?
Yes, we
Avocado
did.
sinks.
First house I lived in had an avocado bathroom.
Did it? Yeah. And then it went pink, didn't it? It went like a porcelain.
Yeah, I've never had a
rosy
pink bathroom.
And now it's just all white.
Mine isn't white.
Is it not?
In my cottage now, it's like a champagne colour.
Oh, well. The champagne throne. I wouldn't expect anything less, Catherine.
I do want to change it, actually, but I can't afford to at the minute. Keep spending all my money here. I haven't got any more left for the bathroom. Right, so there you can see the green. Now, if I just sort of brush in between the two and kind of blend so you don't get a hard line, straight away you can see that colour's coming through beautifully. Then we'll go with the dark one. And although I'm going on black, because you've got the mica in there, it has got that really lovely shimmer to it. So if you come back at 12 o'clock, we'll put the wax over this as well. We'll let this dry and we'll see the lovely effects because it will totally transform it with the wax on top as well. I mean, it does look lovely as it is, and the more it dries, the nicer it's going to look.
Oh, can't wait to see that at 12 o'clock. Yeah, tune back in at 12 to see the finished results.
Isn't that beautiful? Okay.
I like that. I like those three colours as well.
I do as well, actually. I'm really pleased with that.
Right, oh my goodness. So, let's tell you how you can get your one-day special. The item number at the top of the screen, you quote that when you give us a call on 01733 62000, or you can head to the website and you can check out yourself. I mean, it's not a mirror, you don't actually check out yourself, but you could do in the monitor of your screen, you know, how you're doing. But no, I don't mean it like that. You head to the website, you pop things into your basket. It's the easiest way to buy from us here at Hochanda. Now, you're saving £10 on your one-day special. One-day special we launch here at Hochanda at 6 o'clock every day. And it's a saving for 24 hours. But over 70% of the stock has gone of the one-day special. It's a very deep stock as well. £37.97, saving £10. Now, if you want to go for any of the additional items, either moulds or paints or resins that we have on the show, if your basket comes to £60 or more, you can divide the cost into two. Over 2 months. It's interest-free as well. It's a great way to buy from us here at Hochanda, and one of the great reasons to watch us as well. And if you're a Freedom member, there's no P&P to pay, and you can be a Freedom member at any time. Your membership starts today. Right, Kathleen? Kathleen. Anyway, Kath.
Yeah.
You're back at 12.
I am back at 12.
Yes.
So because we didn't get time to do the polymer clay this hour, I'm definitely going to do it. I've got a really cool technique.
Okay.
Okay. We're going to have a look at the resin, see how it's getting on.
Yes.
We're going to work with this as well, and of course do whatever we can with any of the moulds we've got left.
Excellent. And then back at 4 o'clock with some more techniques and more surprises as well.
We'll keep every show different,
Yes.
so that
Yeah.
obviously we'll have to repeat one or two little things,
Of
just
course.
for anybody new joining us, but different techniques throughout.
Perfect. And if we can get any more stock of anything that we've sold out, we'll try, but it's not looking likely. So if you see what you like, place it into your basket, but make sure you check out. If you haven't checked out for 10 minutes or more, someone else might grab it from you. We've already had lots of sellouts in the show as well. Enjoy your Zuri moulds when you get them home. But we do have more coming up for you here on Hochanda. We've got a whole day full of exciting shows and products. And Yanis is here with us as well. And Adam will be here a little later on. But do check out your baskets. Make sure you get what you need. And don't miss out. We'll be back with you right after the break. Yes, Ali and Yanis is up next. Stamps Away Happy Hour. And, oh, there's trouble in the studio. They're here. Be Crafty Winter Journaling Girls. Can't wait for that show. And then Rowan Dean Embroidery.
Hi, I'm Sarah.
And I'm Vicky. We are the Stamping Sisters
From Stamp Addicts. We started our family-run business in 1992 when we were importing rubber stamps from the USA.
But now we design and manufacture them all here in-house in our shop in Bedfordshire.
We make grey rubber stamps and we make them as deeply etched as we possibly can so that you can use them in many different ways.
On our shows on Hochanda, we like to give you lots of different techniques to use with the stamps, different ways that they can be used and ideas.
We hope that we can inspire you to get out your stamps and have a play. Look at all the different designs we've got. We've got Christmas, we've got scenic, we've got cute and furry. There's something for everyone.